So what do we have here? We have a busted old go-kart. And here's the story behind this go-kart. At my house, there's some kids that live in the neighborhood. And one Saturday morning around 7:30, a doorbell rang. And this kid, I don't know his name. I think his name is Kenny. I call him Big John. Anyway, he came to my door. I said, "Hey, Mac, I need help." I'm thinking someone's beating him up or a dog out there chasing him or something crazy going on. So I followed him in the front yard, and there's a go-kart. I'll bust up a go-kart. He said the guy down the road that had a sign on it that says "Take it, don't run no more." He talked to the guy, and he said the guy that said it don't start, doesn't run. So we took it back to into my garage and started messing with it. I did the old squirt test first. It wasn't seized up. He pulled a ripcord and it'll turn over. But I went in and sprayed some gasoline in the carburetor and yanked it a couple times, and it would fire up until the gas ran out. So I know it gets compression, it gets spark. Put some gas in the fuel tank, and it leaked like a sieve. Um, I could see fuel in the fuel line. Someone took the old carburetor, the old fuel filter off right here, and I could see the fuel in it. And turned out the carburetor was pretty much all trash. I took it off, and it was full of sediment and junk, and it was trash. I tried to blow it out, clean it out best I can. I couldn't even blow air through it, so the carburetor's gone. So I went ahead and pulled some serial numbers and everything, and this old CK100S go kart, and I found out on Amazon fuel tank is like $30 and carburetor is like 14. So yeah, I got some parts for it, and I want to see if I can get it running for this kid. Yeah, we'll see. Something I like to tinker with and everything. So we'll see if I can get this thing started. Hopefully tonight. I gotta yank some stuff off and replace the carburetor and fuel tank and probably spark plug too. Replace the spark plug. So we'll see. First thing I think I'm gonna do is take off this little heat shield off this car, off the muffler. That'll give me more space to work for this fuel tank. Yeah, I'll take the air filter off, and yeah, it's not too hard. So that's probably 8 millimeters. The whole thing is probably metric. I think this is like a Chinese version of Briggs & Stratton. It's about 3 horsepower, so it's not anything crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all kind of rusty. I think it was probably kept in the yard, and just got rained on and stuff. Notice the chain's all rusty and the little clutch things all rusty. So everything's a lot of. The fuel tank was just full of debris. Yeah, the fuel tank was full of rust and there's all kind of bad debris. When I put fuel in it, it started leaking. I saw a few places it was leaking. The little shutoff valve sure was leaking. When I took the carburetor off, it was just leaking fuel everywhere. And I tried to turn the fuel off on the shutoff valve, and of course it wouldn't. It wouldn't shut the fuel off. It just kept on pouring. So the shutoff valve don't work no more. I got a new one of those too, so it's not a biggie. Yeah, it's just a heat shield. It just looks pretty decent. I want to check how much fuel is in the fuel tank. It's empty. Yeah, when I was trying to get it running, I had about a half tank in here. And that all leaked out the bottom, I guess. Who knows where it leaked to. So, fuel lines and whatnot. I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of something. Probably going to go into the evap or something. Some kind of. These new motors have little pollution controls. There's little holes that run from the little overhead cam, runs into the carburetor to recirculate the gases and stuff. So yeah, Can I see where the bolts are? The bolts are probably under here. Oh yeah, I see them right there. So yeah, they're probably about 10 millimeter. I think I feel about 10 millimeter. Yeah, I was wrong. That's an 8 millimeter, not a 10 millimeter. In fact, I got a extension a little too long. Let me get a shorter extension. Yeah, back in the old days, I guess I was about 16 years old, and I went and bought my first car. I was about 16. It was an old, there we go, yeah, it was an old '84 Chevy truck, C10 truck. It had a 305 V8 4-barrel carburetor. I bought this little truck for $1,000 cash. My first car, I was like 16. I saved up and did odd jobs and worked, and that's kind of funny. It's either stainless or just clean. Put this over here and this right here. Anyway, I saved some money up, and I bought this old truck for about $1,000 cash, and that was my baby. That was my baby. I mean, I think it didn't have no AC, it didn't have no heat, and the power steering didn't work half the time. What's going on right here? What is this? Okay. But yeah, I love that old truck. Had it for about 8 years. One day when I was living in Florida, it caught on fire and burned up on me. Yeah, I did a little more than that. Let me take it off this second. Just turn it by hand. I wish I had a magnetic bits, but I don't. That's okay though. There we go. Yeah, I wish I had something magnetic. One thing I should have invested in something magnetic. Anyway, yeah, when I first got that truck, took it out to my grandparents' place. Me and my grandfather, we always tinker and stuff and work on stuff, and kind of fun and everything. He had a little workshop, tools, and pretty much everything was hand tools and everything. No, nothing pneumatic, and you know. But he yeah, he would do a lot of work on my old truck. There it is. Find it. Needed a new rear end because it had a lot of bad noise in the rear end. And I went down to a little junkyard, and a little picker part junkyard in Tomball, Texas. And it wasn't the exact gear ratio, but it really didn't matter, I guess. There we go. Now that should lift right off. I think I still got a fuel line attached to it still. Yeah. That might get a little fuel in there. Yeah. Gonna stay. But yeah, we went down to the pick part. Yeah, that's that shut off valve that wouldn't shut off. Let's see. I want to save the fuel line. No, I really don't. I think I have another fuel line. I should yank it right? Maybe not. I'll tell you what. I can hear the stuff rolling around inside of this fuel tank. Yeah. Let me cut it off. Stop playing with this thing. So anyway, we down to the pick apart place in Tomball and got a new rear end. It had the right gear ratio. It was the wrong gear ratio and everything. It didn't really matter. For all the time I owned that truck, my speedometer was off about 5 miles. There we go. And here's the fuel line. I'll probably route that up over your throttle. That's the governor. That's your throttle. That's your governor. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Let me get the carburetor off now. Yeah. All right. That's the little filter. Filter goes over this, and then the filter cover over that. So let's see. What size could that be? Ooh, that might be a 10 millimeter. Let me look. Yeah, 10 millimeter. So we went and bought a new rear end for this old truck, and jacked my old Chevy up and put it on blocks. Literally put it on concrete blocks, center blocks. Oh, that's loose. Okay, good. And proceeded to yank the old rear end off. Wow, that's loose too. Okay, I just hand do it. And took the old rear end off, and sure enough, it was shot. The bearings were shot in it. We popped open the differential. I don't remember almost any grease, grease coming out of that thing. So it was neglected. It was a work truck. That's why I bought it so cheap. It was a work truck, and proceeded to put the, I say new. It was from a pick your part place. So it wasn't a new one. See, I'm gonna keep this hose. This get it out of there. It's all tangled up. There it goes. Not sure what that is. Some kind of, it goes from the fuel tank to right here in the carburetor. I don't know. Some kind of evaporation, something or another. Probably to do with pollution controls. These new motors have sort of rudimentary pollution controls on them nowadays. There's my carburetor right there. And in fact, that sucker doesn't have a gasket on it. There's a gasket here. No, they only have a gasket on it. Yeah. So let me let's see how I'm gonna do this. That loops that way. This loops this way. Pop it off here. Let's see. There we go. Alrighty. Here we are. Get the camera better. Try to do this in film. That's the carburetor. The choke. Choke on. Choke on. Choke off. Yeah. That's your throttle here. Yeah, I took this off and it was just full of sediment. And probably because it's so full of sediment, the filter should be right here. And probably the filter got clogged up and they took the filter off and just put this little clear plastic here. Probably what happened. And then it started sucking in debris and stuff. This little bowl here. There's a float inside here. This bowl is full of sediment. But anyway, I took this hose off and I was toothpicking it and everything, and I couldn't blow into it, so I took this off and I both ends. Like if I blow through this, but I could never get inside here cleaned out. It was all corroded and everything, so that made the carburetor pretty much useless. So let's get the new parts and put them on over here. See if I can. Yeah, muffler looking rough. Yeah, I can tell it's probably been sitting outside. I got the chain cover sitting right there. I'm gonna grease that chain up real good and try to. I don't know what size bolts these are or anything. I'll probably get that tightened up a little bit, but I'll probably end up zip tying this chain cover on because I don't want no kids putting their hands back there in that chain. So I'll probably zip tie it on. So yeah, let me get the fuel tank, a new fuel tank on somehow. Yeah, put the new fuel tank on. Cool thing is, has this one disc brake here. I don't know if you can see it over here. Yeah, it has power brakes. Oh, little kitty cat right there. Hey, orange cat, I see you back there. Orange cat. That little dirt bike thing was also some guy gave it to them too. Gave them a dirt bike. I put the chain back on and everything. It just need to be charged up. But there's no charger. I think the Amazon charges like $18, so I might even fix that and just give it to them. I got some kids in the neighborhood that aren't iPad kids. They're actually playing around the streets and everything. That's kind of rare. So, yep, the new carburetor has a gasket. So I'll put a gasket on this. Yeah. So yeah, let's get the parts together and put it all back together again. So here's the new fuel tank. That's where the shut-off valve goes and everything. Yeah, that's so you even come with a little screen in there to screen out sediment and stuff. Yeah, I like that. The original one had one because the screen is sitting inside the tank. Yeah, you even have that's your shut-off valve. That screws above the tank. That's your shut-off valve. Ooh, a little gasket. I think that little gasket probably goes inside here more likely. I'm thinking. Got some little hose clamps. This actually sits inside your inside the tank. There's little perforations. It's like another screen, basically. A pre-filter before it gets to the filter. That stops any large sediments from getting down there and getting sucked in. Got my new fuel line. Hope it reaches. I didn't even think about that. We'll see. Yeah, let me put the little gasket on. I think it goes on like this. Inside like this. Little pinky inside there. Yeah. But yeah, we put that rear end back on my Chevrolet and solved that rumbling and everything. And I had about 5 miles. Speedometer was about 5 miles off. I was going 5 miles faster than I was reading. Let me get this a little bit taller. There we go. Yeah, let's see. Stick it on the bottom just like this. But yeah, like I said, I had the truck for 8 years and drove it all the way to Florida. So all my friends and family were like, man, that truck ain't gonna make it. That truck is already pretty old. Let's see if this bolts on like this. This is like this. Or like this, it don't matter. Yeah. I think originally it was like this. Yeah. I think so. Or like this. Anyway, the fuel line is running back behind, so I'll probably put it like this. Yeah. Yeah. So what is that? It's probably metric. It's like a 17 or 18 millimeter or something like that, I think. Let me look. Let me take a peek if I have an 18 millimeter. If I don't, I'm in trouble. Yes, I've got an 18 millimeter right here. Make sure I don't cross thread this thing. Yeah, a little gasket. Yeah, feels about right. Just feel like it wants to stop right there. Oh yeah, there it goes. So yeah, like I said, my friends and family are like, oh man, that truck ain't can make it to Florida. That's like a 1,600 mile trip. Going to West Palm Beach, in fact. And I carry tools in the back behind the seat. I loaded that sucker up like a Beverly Hillbillies almost. Everything I owned. And I actually drove that thing from Houston all the way to West Palm Beach, Florida. So fuel tanks can be sitting like this. I want this to face that way. Let me loosen it. Turn this valve like this. Because again, it's facing like this. That fuel line, yeah, like this, the fuel line would be running under like this. Yes, that should be good. Honestly, I don't think these kids are ever going to turn that fuel off. I mean, the fuel really is made to be turned off when it's not being, when it's being stored and wintertime, whatever. You're not gonna be using it like a generator or something. But yeah, this go-kart, they're gonna be going through a tank of gas every week, probably. Oh, there we go. There we go. That looks pretty good right there. So it's gonna sit just like this. Right now it's on the what did I say? On position. Now it's on the off position, so I'll keep it off. No, that's on. That's on position right there. Yeah, it's on. Is that on or off? Usually, if it's in line with the fuel, it's off, but it's pointed off. Yeah. But usually, I'll think the fuel line is here. This in line is on, but the off is right. It says it's off. So this is probably on because yeah, made in China. All right, let's put a fuel line on it, and then put the little get it mounted and put that little evap thing on it right there. Now the question is, because back in those days, I just shoved that on there and not even put this on. But I don't know if I should. Let's see. I can't find no pliers. I got pliers somewhere. So let's see if I can use some ape string. Let me get this. I can pinch it a little bit. Get it further on there. Stick this onto here. See if I can. Well, let's see if I can stick it onto here. Oh yeah, there it goes. All right. Now let's see if I can squeeze this enough to get it over that. Like I said, when I was a kid, I didn't care about clamps and stuff like that. I just sort of bootlegged it. Yeah, I need a pair of something to get that pinched. I thought I had a pair of pliers somewhere, or needle nose, but I think some kids probably borrowed it or something. Hold on, let me look somewhere. Oh, wait 1 minute. This will work better than nothing. So I'll squeeze it on there. Get that right there. So there's your fuel line on the tank. This is where I can test it, like a pressure test. Put some fuel in this thing, watch it's not leaking or something. But I'll play it by ear. We'll play it rough. So let me go ahead and stick this back on. It goes on like this. I think the hardest part is going to get the little screws on these bell back wings here, especially that one here. That's a sort of weird angle. I'll find out. I'll figure it out. Alrighty, so I'll sit like this. Fuel line, I want to try to run it sort of behind or in between. Should I go here or here? Screws go here. Carburetor's here, so I want to run it like this. I think probably the best way to do it. I think. Yeah, let's see. Let's throw it on there and find out. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's good. Alrighty. You're what, 8mm? Yeah. I'll take my 10 off. Put 8 on. In fact, I'll put my long extension on. Me and my grandfather, we would we always kind of tinker with stuff in the little backyard. There'd be lawnmowers. In fact, we were good at finding some old busted lawnmowers. Get the lawnmower off of someone's trash pile, take it home, and we can get the sucker running and resell it or whatever, There we go. Yeah, we always did that kind of stuff. In fact, when I was young, before I bought my old truck, I don't know, about 12 years old or something. I've been working since I was about 12. Most was weekend job, after school jobs, working odd places, mowing grass, that kind of stuff. My stepdad worked for a company, and summer times, look at that, perfect. Summer times, I'll be working with him, doing pretty much grunt work, pretty much. So here we go. Yeah, like I said, the hardest one is going to figure out is this one right here, because I could probably get under this maybe. Yeah, probably. This is supposed to be clipped into here anyway, so yeah, I can do that. So working odd jobs, that's how I save money up. But yeah, my old lawnmower, that was a lawnmower that got thrown away. Well, little bastard. Yeah, who's gonna drop it? It got thrown away. It wouldn't run, so I took the thing out of the garbage and just some tinkering with it. And that's how I made most of my money. Summertime. It was an old lawnmower cutting grass. Come on, you get in there. Not wanting the thread in there for some reason. So I'll tell you what, let me do the other one instead. Is that it? Sure doesn't feel like it, but it might be. Yeah, when I say it doesn't feel like it, it ain't tightening up. So what's going on? Well, let me dip my head on there and see what's going on. There, the little off-camera magic. Now it's on. Well, I don't want you to come off. I'll put you on in a minute. So yeah, most of my early young money was cutting grass and doing odd jobs and stuff after school in the summertime and whatnot. And that's how I got my old truck. Yeah, I got a coworker. I think these young guys are sort of spoiled nowadays because I said my first truck didn't have AC, didn't have the heat, no heater. There we go. There we go. This side here. Yeah, I didn't have a heater on it. It was just a busted up work truck. In fact, when I was we were first got it, didn't know floor mats. It was just bare metal on the ground on the floorboard. And in the process of getting new floorboards and everything put in, rubber mat put inside of it. We found shotgun shells and 22 shells, and all right, so that's on. Now let's get the carburetor put on. Let's see, should I change that spark plug out? Yeah, I think I might. Yeah, I am. So let's see. So I got a brand new spark plug for it. I don't have a spark plug socket. Not surprisingly though. Oh, shoot. 19. No, it's like a 21 millimeter. So I want to hold off on this because, like I said, I was squirting gas in there. It was firing up. So I want to hold off on the spark plug for now and deal with the carburetor. So here's the carburetor. Well, I got the fuel filter. Ooh, fancy. It's got a fuel filter. We got two gaskets in here. And here's a carburetor, brand new carburetor. So goes like this. The fuel line goes into this here. Here's your choke. Choke on, choke off, throttle. All right. Very cool, very cool. So let's get all this attached. Let's see. This is go that way. So this is the gasket go on this side here. Yeah, that's the gasket. So I'll tell you what, I want to slide the gasket on first. Because I still got to put these springs and everything and little linkage back on. Let me turn the camera around this way so it makes more sense what I'm doing. Yeah, this gasket right here. This little kind of weird that it's captured on the thing. I wonder if it was made that way or just by accident. I want to try something. I might end up regretting it, but I want to try something. Yeah, I'll put this right here. Hook it in there. Okay, it's hooked in now. Goes like this. Choke on, choke off. Okay, blah blah blah. That's the spring. That's the throttle. So I'll put the spring on first since it's usually easiest to maintain. There it is. And put this on next. Should I? Should I not? And that's on. I know I had issues. Yeah, had issues putting that on there. I'll tell you what, it's not like this. That's your evap. That's not too worried about. Sideways, little bend. I can get it in there. There it goes. Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. So maybe I got those backwards because when I hit the throttle, this is gonna get pulled like this, and nothing pulls it back into place. So I got those backwards. Let me get those swapped around and a spring a little bit tighter. That's what it is, I think. No, I gotta figure it out. Yeah, I had to reroute the gas line here, fuel line here. I had it going through here. It was binding up on all this, and I noticed when I hit the throttle, it wasn't. Carburetor wasn't closing again. So I rerouted this here. I think once I get the little breather thing here, I want to route this up over into the carburetor. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's the story. Sticking to it. The spark plug again. I wanna. It sparked. It had it fired up and I squirt gas in it. I want to get me a spark plug socket because I don't got one. At least I can't find one. I have one from my Dodge Ram. I don't know what I have to do it because I don't have it no more. Anyway, let's put the spark plug back on. Wire back on. So there's the spark plug wire. Here's the fuel here, fuel tank here, muffler. Everything looks good. Uh, let's put on the fuel line. Yep, this has a little. This has little clampers here. So I'll put some on here first. In fact, I'm wondering, is that where the fuel line is supposed to go through right here? Does it fit? You know, it sure almost does. So I want to see if I can squeeze this fuel line in through there. It's kind of bent. Piece of plastic kind of bent a little bit. I can make it fit, then I'll be feeling better. Nope, I can't make it fit. Leave it at that then. Yeah, a lot of these little go karts, they're forgiving. You can do some, you can do a lot of stuff to it, mess them up and everything, and they'll still run pretty good. I need the fuel line right here. I can squeeze the one here. There you go. There you go. get it on here. Alrighty. It's there. I got a fuel filter. It doesn't say which way it flows. Does it flow this way? Or does it go this way out? Tell you what, I'm just gonna stick it on. Feels going this way, so I'm gonna put it this way first. And if it's not correct, then you get go. You get go. And I want to forego the get on there. I want to forego the clamp for this one here for now. So this is right here. Yeah, this is out of the way. It's out of the way. It's up high. If I need to, I have some extra old fuel line from the old go-kart. I hate using it. It's so hard. It's not pliable. And I see a bunch of debris in there. Yeah. Let me put the little air filter cover back on. Oh boy. Kind of make me nervous. That's enough gasoline. It's enough. It's enough. I don't see no leaks so far. Yeah, so far no leaks. Kind of wish I had one of the little bulb things on the side. Yeah. Just choke on, choke off. I don't even know. I don't even know. Choke on, choke off. I don't even know. Maybe need a little more fuel. So far, I don't see no leaks. Yeah, so far no leaks. So let's put more fuel in there. Let's see how it does anything. A little more, a little more, a little more. That's good. Oh, maybe this needs to be turned on. Is that on? Is that off? I don't know. Choke on, choke off. I don't know. It sounds like it wants to go sputter, sputter, sputter. I don't know. I don't think I see any fuel in the fuel line. So, I want to do something stupid. Oh, yeah. I'm going to take this off. Now I see fuel. Okay, I see fuel filling now. Maybe it was just too high up. Oh boy. Let's choke on, I think. Don't know what you did. Yeah, let's see. All right, it's like a day 2. I just loosened this bowl up. Oh, original carburetor was this right here. That's the old float. You can see how corroded it was. Here's the bowl, or however you want to call it. Kind of sits on like this. A little nut right here. And yeah, this is wasted. So I went ahead and loosened this bowl up, the bulb, and the bulb, whatever I call it. And got some fuel flowing out of it. So I think it was an air bubble in this thing. That's why I couldn't start it. They yanked and they yanked and they yanked and they yanked, and I got so tired of yanking, I just kind of wouldn't start. So I'm gonna choke it, pull the cord, and see if I can get it running now. Cause I think there's I don't know how air even gets stuck in there, but yeah, it just wouldn't work. But I did that bulb, let the fuel flow out a little bit and everything, so it should maybe. It should maybe. Let's find out. Choked. That's choked. That's a choke right there. So we'll see if it can get running. Now that I got it running, that's the chain. I put some goop on it. There's a special mixture I created. It's I use them in some of my firearms and everything. There's a mixture of bearing grease and 140 weight gear oil, and so it makes a really sticky lubricant. And it's sticky enough where summertime when it's hot, it doesn't run off. In the wintertime when it's cold, it doesn't, freeze into place like a glue. So I'm gonna put this. I got a little shroud here, right here, a little shroud. I want to put that on there. I'm gonna a little bracket there, and I got another bracket on the ground right there. It's gonna go right on this little valve cover. If this little kid, and I gotta go to his parents really, because I can't just give a 10-year-old this thing. But if it's parents, they can have it. I'm gonna put a cover on this because I don't want this little kid to somehow reach back there and put his hand in that chain. I could probably go ahead and put the air cover back on. I think I might take it for a test drive just to see what it does. Once at idle, it kind of wants to move. But also, my driveway is sort of at a downward slant. But on idle, it wants to go. I don't know. So me, I also got to put that little heat shield on for the muffler there. But let me put the air filter back on, and I'm gonna take a little test drive and see if my fat butt can fit in that thing. The thing is tight. Well, I can say it's running. Um, but I'm a little nervous about giving this to a 10-year-old. So I'm going to go to his parents. He said his dad knows he has this. For some reason I'm doubting that. I want to go to his parents and say, look, your son gave me this busted up. I got it fixed for you, fixed for him. Uh, he says you're aware he has it, and I'm gonna give it to his parents. So his parents say yay or nay, because I don't want to be responsible of just giving it to a 10-year-old and him, bury this under a truck somewhere, or some crazy thing with this. It's fast and no power steering, so once you turn into a turn, you have to fight this thing to get it straight again. Any kind of bumps get in the road, it wants to throw these wheels left or right. So yeah, you definitely have to. I was holding the camera in one hand and doing this. Um, I don't know if a 10-year-old has the strength really to fight this, keeping it straight and stuff like that. I don't know. So it's running. I'm kind of. The child inside of me is sort of just yelling, hoping his parents say no, he can't have it. I'm gonna if I keep it myself. I can barely fit into it, but I fit. That's what matters. Man, I like this. Yeah, right there. That's what I'm afraid of. A kid getting his hands in it. Yep, that's all I got. Chicky Salachiki.